Hey, story lovers, and welcome to the Story Dude Show with your host, Jared Dean Winchester, with a fresh set of episodes for the month of July. And if you guys aren't aware yet, I have a list of top five favorite TV shows. Now, this list should also tell you what sort of similar TV shows, that I aspire to watch or I watch. So, to get myself started, let's go through the list in chronological order from number 1 to number 5. So, number 1 is Smallville. For those of you who don't know, Smallville is actually a TV show about Clark Kent, aka Superman, soon to be called Superman, his college years, his school and college years, and how he had to balance his powers, his teenage hormones, and relationships, along with his destiny, his soon-to-be destiny, and how he manages those powers. Now, the great thing about this show is the fact that they've put it together so well, editing-wise, that it would make you not only binge watch, but watch the show again and again. And I've got all 10 seasons on disc, on DVD and Blu-ray, combination of DVD and Blu-ray. And this is how I got introduced to Tom Welling, who is by far my super favorite guy. Moving on to number 2 is Supernatural. Now, I followed actor Jensen Ackles to this show, who he is also a star of, and the show didn't make much sense to me at first, but it kind of grew on me, and to date, I believe Supernatural is in its 15th and final season. No other TV show comes close to having 15 seasons, let alone 10. Now, the last show that I know that came to 10 seasons was ER, and number 1 on my list, which is Smallville. Rarely shows like that make it to season 10. Now, position number 3 goes to the TV show Charmed. It released in 1998, in the late 90s, and I actually wanted to follow Shannon Dorothy. And at first, when the show was airing, I didn't give it much thought, but after I started watching from episode 1 up until the finale episode, I found that the concept of witches integrating themselves into modern society, their personal lives, which was intriguing. Also, it's the fact that witchcraft has been made more accessible, and the fact that the protagonists, which from seasons 1, 2, 3 were Prue, Piper, and Phoebe, and after season 3 it's been Piper, Phoebe, and Paige. I actually vouch for all 4 of them, actually, because they got rid of Prue towards the end of season 3, as you can imagine. And what I love about this show is that I actually care. They're the only set of witches that I have vested myself in, which is great. Now, position number 4 will actually have to go to The Adventures of Merlin. Now, this is a British TV show. They've done a fantastic job of guiding us through Merlin, how he gets into his powers and how he uses them in the time when King Arthur's hypocritical father, I use that word very exclusively, because in this show, the backstory goes how King Uther Pendragon, Arthur's dad, used magic to help conceive Arthur. But then, after Arthur and Morgana were born, he does a complete switcheroo, and he himself passes a law in Camelot to ban all sorcery or magic. He actively hunts them. So it's a tug of war between magic, who are trying to prove that they're not evil by hurting Uther, which further instills his belief that magic is evil. And Merlin has to deal with all that while practicing his magic, keeping his secret from not only King Arthur, the future King Arthur, but also everybody else in Camelot. So position number 5, the final position, will have to go to the recently released TV show, The Flash. Now, this is actually a remake starring Grant Gustin, and what I liked most about this show is the multiverse, how the multiverse theory has been incorporated incredibly well, and the spin on the multiverse, the different versions of HG or Harrison, as they'll call it, the guy that started it all, but also the fact that they had crossovers between Arrow, the TV shows Arrow and Supergirl, and DC's Legends of Tomorrow. Now, I have watched some of these shows independently, but I would have to give Flash the heads up on this one. So there you have it. The top 5 favorite shows on the planet that I love. Now, if you don't notice or haven't noticed through these shows, I like supernatural stuff, as witnessed in the TV shows Charmed, superhero stuff like Smallville and The Flash. And of course, there are a couple of notable mentions, and those 2 TV shows, actually one other mention, and that is Shadowhunters, another great show, which is a Netflix offering. I saw the movie, kinda liked it, but then the TV show did such a great job of popularizing the concept. It did a great job of executing the concept. So, with that being said, this is my top 5 list, including the one honorable mention. This has been Jared Dean Winchester, also known as the Story Dude. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I post anywhere between 2 to 3 episodes of the show per month, so be sure to check all of my episodes out. And as always, thanks for watching, and I will see you around for the next installment of the Story Dude Show.